Shabbat Shalom, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Nawathan, Kal Halalim, Wahawad La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachaha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders at the great millstone GMS, who rule well and who teach well, and salutations to the elect. Abba Ratazah, which means Father willing. So Father willing, this lesson is edifying. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time around here. So, Ice Baby detained 2-year-old girl. All right. CNN, Minnesota toddler taken into ICE custody with father and flown. All right. A 2-year-old girl was taken into Ice Baby custody with her father on Thursday in Minneapolis and flown to Texas before she was returned to her mother Friday afternoon, a family lawyer said. That was 2 days ago, and of course there's more articles on it. The Guardian 4 days ago. I.C.E. detains 5-year-old Minnesota boy arriving home, school officials say. The Independent, yep. I.C.E. detains 2-year-old and her father in Minneapolis after outrage over 5-year-old arrest. All right, 3 days ago, BBC News. All right. It's going on and on and on. She appears to, be so-called WHITE. It could be Israelite, could be heathen. All right. But yeah, things are hotting up. All right. All right. But yeah, most likely, a Jake. Yeah, most likely a Jake. NBC News. Chloe Renata Tipan Velasquez and her father were Israelite, were taken by immigration agents in the Minneapolis area, according to a city council member. January 23rd, 2026, the year of agents, sellouts, and apostates. All right. 2-year-old girl and her father were taken by I.C.E. on Thursday. According to a Minneapolis council member, the Department of Homeland Security confirmed it has detained the father, who was with a child at the time. Elvis Joel Tipan Echeverria and his 2-year-old daughter, Chloe Renata Tipan Velasquez, were taken in South Minneapolis on their way home from the grocery store, Minneapolis City Council member Jason Chavez said on Instagram. A spokesperson for DHS confirmed that Tipan Echeverria was taken into custody and that he was driving with a child when he was stopped. The agency did not identify the child's name, age, or gender. Okay. Now, if this ends up happening, all right, just, agree with your adversary quickly as the scriptures command. Okay. But, this is what comes to mind. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and we'll start at verse 49. And it reads, "The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favour to the young." So E does not regard the elderly. E is the Caucasian man, all right, that's in rulership today, ruling in wickedness, all right. But yeah, they do not regard the elderly. They do not show any favor to the young, okay. And E really does not have any morals whatsoever, especially as women, all right. They're just half naked, even in the wintertime when they go clubbing. All right. Think they look good now and all that with the flat behind, all right. And when we were coming out of Egypt, Amalek smoked the hinder parts. All right. Who was in the hinder parts? All right. They consisted of the young. All right. The young children, the old people, women. All right. So he does not care about any of that. He just doesn't care. And just wait till the mask of civility comes off and you see them horns. All right. Because people are getting ready to be unalived in masses, by the masses. All right. He has no empathy in his soul whatsoever. All right. At all. And Jacob's trouble is happening, man. We're in the beginning stages of it. You see? Okay. go to the book of the prophet Ezekiel, Old Testament, chapter 21. Start at verse 8, and it reads, Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, say, a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. Ultimately, the Lord is in full control of this whole thing that's happening, man, so that he can bring judgment. Okay? Verse 10, It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter, it is furbished, that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son, as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer. And of course the slayer is E. Alright, and these devils are fine-tuning their blessing, which is the sword. Okay? He's prepping himself even more and more to delete a lot of people. Okay? Yeah, so this ain't the time to be in that mirth spirit, that party spirit, non-stop partying all night, like it's 1999. Nah, that's not the mindset to have in these times. Okay, just look around, you be circumspect, look what's going on. Okay. Verse 12, Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. Alright, so yeah, and then a lot of Jakes are going to be put down. Okay, we know 2/3 are going to perish in Babylon the Great America, pursuant to Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8. Alright, but let's go into the word slayer in the Hebrew. Alright, the Hebrew word is harag, Strong's H2026, harag. Right, goes into kill, to slay, murder, destroy, murder, slayer, out of hand, to kill, to slay, to destroy, ruin, to be killed. Right, to be killed, be slain. Right, yeah, a murderer from the beginning. Right, so many dead bodies will soon be on the streets. Yep, when he comes down with that great wrath. Alright, he knows his time is short. In their mind, they're not going to think, oh, it's just a little boy. Oh, it's just a little girl. Oh, you know what? They have rights. Nah. Alright? E, starting with the nobility, right? The elite banking families, Rothschilds, Warburgs, DuPonts, Oppenheimers, etc. They know their time is short. That's why, you know, they're coming down with that great wrath. Alright? Oh yeah, and check this. Yeah. Second fatal shooting by federal agents in Minneapolis. Federal agents shot and unalived the 37-year-old Minneapolis resident on Saturday. Yeah. Federal immigration agents shot and unalived a man in Minneapolis, the third shooting by a federal agent in the city in 3 weeks. Okay. Happened on Saturday morning. Witnesses on the scene say the man was shot multiple times in the chest and was taken to the hospital after CPR was performed at the scene. The man passed away. Alright. At least 2 other people have been shot by federal law enforcement agents in Minneapolis this month. One in the leg and another, Renee Good, 37, in the head, unaliving her. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 7. Is it 12 and 7? Yeah, that's it. Sorry, Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. Alright. And it reads, And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, and have the testimony of Yahushai HaMashiach. So who is the main one that E is targeting the woman. The woman represents the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and the Israelite foreigner speckled bird, scattered the globe over, who may resemble these other nations, but who are Israelites. All right, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, three fathers lineage. All right, that's who E is primarily targeting. So hey, it's not about being a good citizen, so-called. All right, and you having rights. It's nothing to do with that. This is an extremely racist movement taking place. Although they don't care about other Edomites either, which is absolutely fine with me. Absolutely fine by me. All right. So they will get ran through as well. All right. Neither do they care about the rest of the other heathens as well, which again is absolutely fine by me. But if you're not down with their NWO agenda that they are about to bring forth, then they will deem you as unfit. They deem those that are against their agenda as enemies. Okay. And the thing about the elect is that Yahushua is with them, so the elect will be guided and protected. All right. We'll read it again, Revelation chapter 12, verse 17, and it reads, and the dragon was wroth, angry, with the woman, right, Israelites, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. All right. Why are they so hell-bent on coming after the ones that keep the commandments of God? Because the elect are the ones that are totally opposed to their society. All right, we're sighing and crying for all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. Okay, even though we're not carnally minded and rising up with weapons to fight them and things of that nature, our mentality is completely contrary to this society. Bottom line. All right, arise and depart, for this place is not your rest. Yeah. Okay, this ain't the end all be all. All right. Okay, the kingdom is our rest. We're not here to prosper. We disobeyed the Lord. We disobeyed our power. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. So He's punished us. That's why we, yet this day in our captivities, where the Lord has scattered us. Okay. All right. All the tribes are oppressed in Babylon the Great. Okay. So we're not here to prosper. We're sent, here as punishment. But yeah, expect more of this I.C.E. activity to increase. Yeah. It's coming to New York, Chicago, other states. Oh yeah. All right. Second Edges, 15, 16 happening. Second Edges chapter 16 and verse 70 reads, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Okay, there's even more protests happening. Okay, riots. Verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Yeah, martial law troops, all right. Black boot stomping house doors down. Okay, taking women, children, raping. All right. Verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Oh yeah. This is reality. All right. So it's going to get horrific. And this kingdom is divided, man. Satan divided against himself. All right. E is divided against E. European E don't like American E. Look, Russia and America are at odds. Come on, man. Everyone knows that. Even the elites are divided amongst themselves. Now that's mega division. Let's go to the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24. Let's go straight to the point in verse 6. These are the words of Yahushua and what he said, prophesied. All right, and it reads, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, for nation shall rise against nation, okay, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, absolutely, and pestilences, yeah, more diseases, all right, earthquakes in diverse places, yeah, race riots as well, class wars, yeah, oh, yeah, of course, more famines, Peep this. Nipah virus. 44 minutes ago, airports across Asia reintroduced Crown 19 style health checks after outbreak of deadly Nipah virus. All right. Yeah. Symptoms to watch out for. What is Nipah virus? India races to contain deadly outbreak. So they're bringing back that Crown style measure control. All right. You know what that is? That social distance stuff. mask on the face. Yeah. All right. 5 cases in West Bengal. Manchester Evening News 2 days ago. Outbreak of deadly bat-borne virus with no vaccine sparks quarantine in India. It looks like it comes from there. Or at least they're going to push that it comes from there. All right. Spreading in India. Yeah. Okay. So Bible prophecy speaking. All right. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7 reads, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, and that's the elect. Okay. And this is going to far surpass any other evil time, bad time in history. World War I, World War II, the transatlantic slave trade. Okay. All right. Yeah, so, hey, it's going to be like The Walking Dead, but with no zombies. It's going to be like The Purge on steroids. All right. Screams, shouts, just neighbor going after neighbor. All right. It's just going to be absolutely horrific. All right. Apparitions. Okay. It's going to be very, very, very deadly. Okay. Let's go to the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 2, when it reads, And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. The Egyptians represent the Americans, the new modern day Egypt. All right. Spiritual Egypt. All right. Spiritual Nineveh. All right. You know, hence the pyramid on the back of the US dollar bill with the all-seeing eye. Okay. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. Yeah. Different cities going at it. E fighting against E. All right. E are going against the heathen, heathen going against Drake, Drake going against E. All right. Racial tensions, racial riots, regular militia groups fighting against the army. Things are stepping up. Yeah, so race riots are going to become more and more intense. Racial tensions will be like that, more intense. All right. And when E gets put down by another E, that's Tawab, that's Yappa. All right. Got E looking at E sideways, like, nah, you don't care about us either. All right. So E's going to bang on E. I take joy in watching my enemies suffer, as well as the 2/3 suffer and dismantle themselves. It's very, very soothing. Okay. So these are the times that we're approaching. All right. A lot of things happening. See? Man beaten and shot to deletion by I.C.E. agents in Minneapolis, yeah. All right. US passes bill allowing government to remotely shut down your vehicle. All right. Trump regime cuts funding to programs combating child sex trafficking. All right. So many things happening, man. US State Department official admits that mass immigration is designed to change the demographics of the United States. All right. EU freezes US trade deal after Trump's Greenland and tariff threats. There's so much happening, man. Okay. Historic winter storm Fern causes nearly 230,000 power outages, cancels thousands of flights as millions hunker down nationwide. Okay. i.C.E. just purchased a 1 million square foot warehouse just outside of Dallas to house 9,500 immigrant detainees. Oh yeah, them FEMA camps have been set up. Alright. Oh, they're there. Concentration camps. Hezbollah, Iraqi militias, and Houthis have announced they will fight to defend Iran during a JJ American attack. Okay. Over 100 priests have been arrested in Minneapolis for protesting i.C.E. Yeah. Okay. So there you have it, man. Many things happening. That's all I have on that. Shabbat Shalom.